was an early start this morning, about 5 o'clock now. We're on the way down to, well, I can't tell you where I'm going because I can't really put too many videos out about this one. We're down south anyway, probably about 4 hour drive. Maybe just a bit under if traffic's good. So decided to get an early dart on, try and miss some of the traffic, especially down on the M6. Some road works on in a minute. But yeah, ready down south, looking at a job we've been on for the last few months now. We've been doing a lot of steel work on this job, some fairly complicated steel work as well. Had to be really accurate. So lads were down here last week fitting all the steel work, and I've had the structural engineer around Friday last week, super happy with the job. Client come round as well, expected, all really chuffed with the work that we've done. So I just wanted to nip down today, wanted to do a video for you guys, but to have a look, make sure they're tight to the bloody bolt, and yeah, just see that it's all how we wanted it to go together. So it's going to be a long drive. Hopefully going to miss all the traffic. We'll see. Just going to decide whether we're going Birmingham or Wales. Fancy Wales. Nice drive. See how we get on. Well, finally made it. Just a little under 4 hour. But yeah, we're kind of going up onto the roof now, because this is the way. Got all these steels up. It's a big building. This is a roof here that's got the timber work inside where we've put all the steels on. It's a fairly big roof, probably, I don't know, 10 metres by 15 metres, something like that. So yeah, we'll go and have a look in and see how lads have got on. Well, this is the best way in. Oh, it's tight. So we've got a crash deck in this building at the minute. It just kind of spans the roof. You can just see the scaffolding boards down there. Oh, it's a bit dark in here. We'll get the light on the camera and see if that's going to be good enough. If not, I think I've got a big torching van. But we'll get round and check these bolts, and I'll kind of show you what we've done and why we've done it. Well, you can see here we've got this big massive truss. There's actually 3 of these in this roof space. There's another one there, and then one at the far end there in the dark. And these trusses are really slender for the size of the roof. You can just see the steel work we've put in there. But this bottom tie beam is only, it's about 8x4. It's hellish long, over 10 metre long on the tie beam in the length of the truss. And one of the main problems, and why we actually put the steel work in, was that one of these tie beams actually split. I'll just climb over. You might be able to see it still. You can see these big steels that we've put in, and you can see the scaffolding that was put up as emergency measures when they found this split timber. And basically they put well, it wasn't a big scaffolding when it first went up, but enough to support the roof structure, and to basically grab this tie beam. And what we've got down here, we've got a rod, tie rod, that comes from the principal rafter right up there, runs right down into the tie beam there, and you can just see that is where it's split. It's probably come apart about an inch, I'd have thought, and that was right where that tie bar was located into the tie beam, with it probably being the weakest part because it's got a massive hole drilled in it. So yeah, what we've done, you'll see, actually we'll go back up to this side because there's a bit more light up here. But ultimately what we've done is put these huge steels in, these big U-section beams, and we've kind of bolted these three. There's two on each side. Oh, there's two altogether, one on each side actually. And these are clamped to the beam, or bolted to the beam, with these big M20 bolts that go all the way through this U-beam, and then through onto the other side. We've got this Macalloy Tie Bar, M20 Tie Bar, which is bolted on there at that side, and then that tie bar runs all the way down through the length of the truss, which is basically the new tension bar, or the new tension relief for the truss, and then it's bolted on to the other side. As we see what we've put in there, we've put these little holders in, if you will, just to stop the tie bar from deflecting in any way, because like I say, it's over 10.5 meters long. And then this beam now sits on the wall head down on that side. And then I think the structural engineers also wanted to reinforce where the principal rafter ties into the tie beam as well, because again the principal rafter is a fairly slender piece of timber. We're looking probably right 8x6 on that, I think it was. So we've made this steel work with this angle section to bolt the tie beam and principal rafter together. We also had to pack out this timber for this tie beam, because down in the middle of this timber we have one of the posts come down from the rafters. It's got a fantastic old nut on there. We've basically glued 25mm hardwood ply. We've glued two of them together and then another 9mm on top of that, and now that packs out enough to allow us around the posts and the other fixtures and fittings that we had to get around. We've also put one, I think that was two 18mm pliers to pack out that principal rafter as well, that we just glued together and put in. And then also these strut braces, we've put some wire brackets on there as well. They're just screwed in with some corkscrews. I think they're 80mm M12 corkscrews. Again, just to reinforce that joint from the strut to the principal rafter. So with that one being the split one, we've also then done this mid one as well, two steels on each side, and then each side of the truss, and we've done the end one as well, because as I was saying, they are really slender and they do need reinforcing. So yeah, we'll go and have a look around and make sure everything's been fit, all the bolts are tight, and it's all as it should be. Well, I just spent the last hour checking all the nuts and bolts, all the bits of fittings that will go together on this system. So the Macalloy tie bars, I've actually just turned 2 of the turnbuckles up just to put a bit more tension on them tie bars, about half a turn. I just weren't happy with how, you know, just felt a little bit, not slack, but, you know, just needed another half turn on them. So done that, checked they're all locked off, checked all the nuts and bolts, like I say. Everything looks absolutely bang on, so we'll get this scaffolding out of here and get it done. See you on the next one.